Sebastian, hello, sir. Welcome in. Twin Dad Sweden, hello. How do I say hello in Swedish? Sklumpy. What's good, sir? Good to see you. Lurk in the house. Slam brudda. Slam brudda, I played basketball yesterday for the first time in like quite a while. I didn't like legit play, I just like played by myself. And I think in a reasonable amount of days, I can be like throwing down again. When you don't like jump frequently for a while, you kind of like lose your jumping ability. In my first jump, I like barely touched the rim, but after like 30 minutes to an hour of just like hooping around, I was like grabbing rim pretty easily. I think if I start playing basketball more regularly, in like a month, I'm going to be throwing down. That's the goal. That's the plan. Fresh new sets. I do not have a team in mind today, guys. I did not do my homework. It's like that same feeling when you like didn't do your homework and you know the teacher is going to just chew you out. You know they're walking around to check if you did the homework. I didn't do the homework. I don't have a team in mind. We're going to have to figure it out. King Drawina? King Draw, what's up? Nothing much. Wait, hello. Oh, it's hey. Wait, how do I pronounce that though? How do I pronounce that? Is it just like hey? I managed to build a Goldango for Great League. Gonna try it soon, see what happens. Nice. Dragapult, King Gambit, Flordis. I only have the Flordis out of those three. We don't have a loaded MLP roster, excuse me. So this is what we were running last time. It went pretty well. What's crazy is I don't have a Hundo Rhyperior. And I feel like if I run Rhyperior, I want it to be a Hundo. Do I have a Hydreigon? Let me check. Welcome in, Home Slice Henry and Pirate King. Two legends. We're going to give Pirate King the shout out first. We'll give a Pirate King shout out. And then we'll give the Home Slice shout out. And then we'll give an AJ shout out. Maybe I'll just shout out everybody this stream. You haven't streamed in years? That's fine, though. Maybe you'll return to streaming. Everybody gets a shout out. I'm Oprah this stream. I'm Oprah. Hydreigon. Dude, I have a really good Shadow one. I'm kind of excited about that. I just got it last, like, Shadow TM rotation. What's, like, my best IV one? I don't think I have one I want to invest in. Do I even have... And 4 attack? Oh! Yeah, I mean, if I purify it, it still only has 9 defense. 15, 9, 15. Chris says I'm using Snorlax and it's really good. Ooh, that's cool. I do have a hundo Snorlax. What are you running Snorlax with, Chris? Is Snorlax really the sauce? I guess it's a pretty good Metagross answer, eh? We could try it. Mystic Sparkle, hi. I like that little Joltik emoji. What do you mean again, Schopenhoff? I'm a Master League specialist. I ran Master League Premier all 25 battles yesterday. Yo, we got Edgar in the house, the GOAT. Welcome in, Edgar. Monahan, let's go. Welcome, welcome. Wait, Monahan, what ended up happening with Battle Frontier? What's the ETM's situation? Tommy Chandler, hello. The sauce is Magnezone. Here's the thing. I saw Home Slice running Magnezone, and he wasn't liking it. At least for the part I was tuning in. I could run Zone, though. Okay, Home Slice and Axon have a consensus that Zone isn't the sauce. Also, when I was running teams that were like really weak to Zone, we were still sometimes beating Zone, which also discourages me from it. Try Skeledirge. I don't think I have a Skeledirge for Master. Triple 14s. Guys, like, as you can see, I'm not like made of dust. I'm not made of dust. I've got under 2 mil right now because I just maxed out I maxed out multiple Mewtwo's because I am the next Fleece King. I've got like 4 Mewtwo. I don't hate the Snorlax idea. Do I have a Primarina? Primarina's not maxed. Chomp Gross is by far the best duo. I didn't run Garchomp. I ran Metagross. Ooh, wait a sec. I have like exactly enough to max out this Chomp. 15, 13, 15. I think I'm like fine with that though. Because I don't have a better one, do I? Yeah, and he's already been invested in. I'll max out my Chomp. What's like the preferred moveset on Chomp though? Twister Earth Power? Mud Shot? Makes sense. Breaking I kind of forgot about Breaking Swipe. And then do I just like spin the Wheel of Destiny and run like a random third? Because these two are just such a good core. Snorlax. No. You think? Snorlax? ABA strong to we need to see it. Let me see what PV Poke says first. Before we run Snorlax, let's see how it does against Metagross. Surely it does. It has to. Yo, where am I? Where did I go? Hello? There I am. Master League. Metagross. Snorlax. Oh my god, it's so close in the zeros and the ones. And that's with a bait, too. Oh my god. Oh, you just win. What the heck? Snorlax, this is kind of embarrassing. What if we give him Earthquake? Okay, Earthquake helps. But what if we turn off baiting? Then it doesn't help. Except for the zeros. Okay, maybe no Snorlax. Snorlax looks pretty bad. But who suggested Snorlax on the YouTube side? I'm not hating on Snorlax. I bet if you are a Snorlax master, it probably works very well. I just have not mastered the Snorlax play yet. It's a skill issue. Did I see Bad Hand in the chat? Imagine not having XLs for ML. Hey, Bad Hand. Hey. I have feelings. I'm a person too. What's up, Bad Hand? Okay. I'm going to see what PvPoke recommends with these two meta monsters. Oh, I've got it in regular Master League. I'm like, Kyogre. It's recommending Kiss, which I could do. I could do Dragonite. Kiss. Does Kiss get, like, walled by much? Does Kiss get walled by much? Like, if I swap Kiss and they swap Metagross, how bad is that? Am I dead? Or am I like, I can still play out of this? Yo, everyone's here today. OMG, Carmander, the infamous Carmander, in the chat causing trouble. Oh, I thought Flamethrower was like standard for this league. Every time I saw a Togekiss, it had Flamethrower. Okay. I guess then we don't have a way to hit Gary. Hundo Costume Kiss, you know, it is. Let's take a moment to appreciate Rise, you know. They say I have one of the craziest collections in all Pokemon Go. I mean, thank you for pointing that out. Hundo Costume Kiss. All right. Oh, wait. Let me buddy up Metagross. I primaled my Groudon for a raid. Don't have Goldango, Logan. Unfortunately, I wish I did. Do I, like, even have a Goldango in general? How do I get Goldango? Someone wants to explain it to me. Okay. Togue, Meta, Chomp. I do like Metagross as a swap. So I guess we'll do this. Hmm. Or do we think, like, do we think Toge should have a different move? I don't know. We could try this. We're kind of soft to Gary, though. But we just, like, tag team Gary. Also, Carmander, hope you have a great day at work. How about Ape? I think somehow I don't have... How do I not have an Ape? How is that even possible? This Friday night, do it all again. Hey, yo, can I flip this? Can I flip this? It looks like I might be able to flip this. I should probably be counting. Pro tips with Rise, counting usually is helpful. Damn. Last Friday night. Last Friday night. Last Friday night. I thought that was only Aquatail. It was. Oh, I might be cooked. I might have done messed up. Damn. GG. I mean, we did lead Toge into Metagross, but it felt like we were in a good spot at some point, and then it just didn't happen. I probably could have won that, right? If I don't let Gary Aquatail me and I switch Toge, but then I just fully sack Toge. Does that really help me? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I can tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. Yo, welcome in, Firestar. You're in the same team, but with Dazzling Gleam. Could be an option. What is going on today? Everyone's here. Welcome in, Luke Superstar. Also, we have Eminem playing. I'm guilty now of the allegations of that one guy that didn't like me in Firestar's chat because I play Eminem in country. When I really don't play Eminem much, but I guess right now I am playing Eminem. I was a little bit slow. I know. I only cried for like 5 minutes. Firestar. Shadow Dragonite. Ayo. You push, pull each other's hair, scratch, claw, bit them, throw them down, pin them, so lost in the moments when you're in them. Yo. I think this is where we talk about how Zone is kind of depressing. Because, like, this should be bad for me, but it's like, it's not that bad. And he lets me get off two first. Fraudmon detected. Haha, both shields. Oh, do I win cap? No. Of course not. That's one thing Zone has going for him. Wild Charge. Is he not running? I mean, if he has Mirror Shot, he'll show it here. What? There's no Mirror Shot. Oh, I lived. No Mirror Shot. Flash Cannon? Zap Cannon. Tornado meets a volcano, all I know. Uh-oh. No. Don't tell me we're going to get an L. Okay. Oof. That scared me. That was a long delay. Sure. Axon, that's how I felt back in the day when I ran like I ran Haxorus Double Steel back in the early Master Premier days. That team was lit. But Zone on Chomp was an occurrence at times. It was an occurrence. This person knows. And maybe this is a reason to not be on this set. Let's see how much this does. Oh my god, nothing. Okay. We gotta change our course of action. Waterfall. This is looking kind of bad. I also don't know why I shielded. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. Hmm. We kind of just lose. I mean, that was a pretty good showcase of why maybe Gleam is the way to go. I make the catch. The problem, right, is we just don't have enough health because that Dragonite is still around. Let's go! Let's go, baby! We did it! Chomp! That's it, guys. That's it. That's the stream. I'm ending on that. We're retiring. I think I'm still going to go to Gleam. I feel like Flamethrower maybe makes more sense as a safe swap, like in a safe swap role. The Chomp. Get chomped. I feel like we need like a Garchomp. A Garchomp appreciation, you know? Like a plush. I don't have a Garchomp plush. I wish I had like a Garchomp plushie I could praise the Chomp. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you, Stoll. Miss Chris. They're hyping me up. Oh, it's Mud. No. Well, it's a little embarrassing. Nice catch, but by doing this, he locks himself in. That energy, though, is going to be kind of a nightmare. I see you in the club. I want to get with you. We Twister. Maybe set up a farm. We never shield here. Memo has a ton of energy. Oof. 3, 4, 5. Man, imagine I just stayed in. Well, lesson learned. Cry, cry, cry. Tell a lie, lie, lie. Damn, I could have caught that too. And he's got 2 moves, right? So we're just cooked here. If I just stay in, that's a good matchup. We've got Chomp on Metagross. Yep. Sag. I mean, guys, I don't want to get all Kevin Saludaris here, but sometimes this is how life goes. You're at your highest of highs. You just pulled off a crazy win. Edgar and the YouTube chat is hyping you up. And then you think it's a powder snow mamo and you swap out when you shouldn't have. Suddenly, you got to regroup. 2, 3. I see you in the club. Also, like, I was running powder snow mamo most of my sets yesterday. So in my head, in that brief moment, it didn't even register to me. But it's something you should think about there. I never wanna tell a lie, lie, lie. Oh my god. How much does this do? Not enough, damn. Tough one. Yikes, what a terrible game by me. What a terrible game by me. That whole sequence of events starts because I was unwilling to bait once on the Metagross, right? And maybe it's because my Garchomp isn't a hundo. I don't know if that matters there. Maybe if my Garchomp was a hundo, it lives to get to that Earth Power. Yeah. Well played to them. Just literally everything that could have went wrong that game. Tough one. But very winnable. So that's the bright side. I'm just always a little slow. Okay. GBL giveth and GBL taketh. I mean, we made like all the wrong calls in that previous game, and we made one right call, and that was it, I guess. Stole, what does a CMP tie mean? And is it bad? That's a great question. CMP means charge move priority, or as now we like to call it, cap tie, charge attack priority, because that's what like the official terminology is, I think. meaning when you throw a charge attack at the same time as your opponent, there's an attack stat, and whichever Pokemon has the higher attack stat is the Pokemon that's going to get the charge attack off first. Their charge attack will take priority. Is it a good thing? That depends. If you win it, usually yes, that is a good thing. If you lose it, not so much. But sometimes you have to throw on charge attack priority, depending on the situation. Azatron, thank you for the follow. Uzo. Guys, this Uzo's a Master League specialist. Metagross swap. No. Miss Independent. Always hold me. Spend a little time. He doesn't think I have Gleam. He thinks I'm on my previous moveset. What if he Hydro Pumps me? Be some aura. He lets me get this off. Chat, I'm not even going to build up to the Earthquake. I know. Kind of crazy. But I'm going to get my turn back from the swap. And now I'm on even energy, sort of, with the Metagross. So now if he baits me, we're both out of mash. He doesn't bait. Yeah, no problem still. It's doing this scary thing sometimes where it just goes black after the game. And I'm worried it's going to, like, air and I'm not going to get my dub. Ma, thank you for tuning in. Ma is signing out on the YouTube side. See you later. Does anyone remember when there was the green and yellow Lil Wayne version of this song for the Packers? Any Packer fans in the chat? Pure cinema today. You sound like Eric and Harry in Pocket. That was kind of crazy. Right as I said Pocket, the song said Pocket. Go Pack, go. Canceling matchmaking. Let's refresh our app. It's being a little goofy. It's being a little goofball. Oh, I have a lot of apps open, actually. What's a Packer? It's a reference to the Green Bay Indian Meat Packing Company is where they first got their name. But it's a football team. American football. Canceled because I'm a Packer fan? Whoa. That'd be a new level of cancellation. Packers are probably, like, other than the Cowboys, I would go as far to say they might be the most popular team in the NFL. Is that a crazy thing to say? That is true. Homeslice Henry, guys, is a Vikings fan, so we are division rivals. Ooh. Hex. Guys, some of you know I started playing a little bit of Champions, and Goldango has a move in Champions called Make It Rain, which is like pretty busted. It's a steel move. It hits both your opponents, and it does insane damage. The lead was Florges. Okay, whatever's in the back probably is another steal. So the question is like, do I shadow? He gets more farm here than I would like. I just can't refuse it, like the way you do this. Oh, maybe I shield to get that mud shot off. Magna Zone, more like Magna Fraud. Magna Fraud at it again. Oh, he lived. Magna Fraud. I I say this as a longtime Magna Zone supporter. If you guys watched my channel in the early days, I feel like I ran Magna Zone all the time. I loved Haxorus Double Steel. It was like my go-to team with Haxorus, Metagross, Magna Zone. Magna Zone was better back then. It really just had Garchomp. And I don't know, was Excadrill a thing back then? I guess Haxorus as well. Clodsire 45 says hi. Is that the Clodsire? The Pokemon, the legendary Clodsire is in my chat. J Hodge, hello. Let me correct my elo. Excadrill was never a thing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Excadrill was a thing, though. I feel like it was. When did Excadrill become a thing? It was just Mud Shot Excadrill instead of Mud Slap. Yeah, it was a thing. People would run it in like regular Master League too, because it was great against Dialga. Is Haxorus a bum? I'm afraid so. I love Haxorus. It's one of my two Shundos. Rise Trivia, who's a knower? Who knows my other Shundo? I have a Shundo Haxorus. I have one other Shundo. Witwit says Venusaur. You're not super far off. You're not super far off with Venusaur. But it's not Venusaur. Winning cap tie here is pretty nice. Yo, Chobenhoff got it. Chobenhoff got it. Vileplume is my other Shundo, and it's a Schlundo from a lucky trade with Boygos, who I'm sure a lot of you remember. I don't know if this knocks out from here. I don't think it does. Oh, he shields. Great. He's at 10. What? Bottoms up. Bottoms up. I was seeing you cook. It's probably Gyarados in the back, though. I would love it if this knocked out. I'm not so sure it does. Nice. I'm not sure if that's enough for the Mooney B, but I'm going to shield anyway. It is. What the heck? What is their second move? What is their second move? They moonblasted my Togue when it was so low. Petal Blizzard? Petal Blizzard Moonblast? Who needs a second move? Yeah. Who needs a second move? When I run Gengar, I run Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball. That's all I need. And then I just pretend like I have Focus Blast for the Snorlax. I get a shield. Okay. The problem here is there's gonna be some sort of fairy in the back for Chomp. So how do we play around that? Okay. Zone did 4. She's nothing like a girl you've ever seen before. Words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. I think I swap, which is pretty sus, I know, but okay, this is kind of weird. I mean, it's probably a fairy in the back. He is going to get to 2 wild charges. However, wild charge is not going to knock me out. I'm so low. Ah, damn, GG. Zone double dragon. Makes sense. He got us. And I just sacked my Togue because I didn't want to like just get RPS'd. So 4-1, not too shabby. But in hindsight, I guess I need to just like hard switch Metagross there. Ooh, because if I hard switch Metagross, I lure out Chomp, and then Togue could potentially get a farm, and that could be kind of nice. Thank you, Edgar. I definitely don't mind a 4-1. Chopenhop, by the way, the reason my favorite mon is Gary is that it was my first Shundo, and it was lucky as well from a normal trade with my wife back in 2020, August 10th, just 2 days after the community day. And man, what a feeling. Wow. That is very cool, Chopenhoff. I love hearing the sentimental stories with Pokemon we've acquired. That's awesome. You got a Shadow Hundo Annihilate succession. That's pretty badass. Because I really fell for you. I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Pretty big desync in the switch clock now. Imagine, like, you have a Dragonite. That would be such a nasty punish to the Waterfall Gyarados swap. Um, I am gonna shield. I don't like it, but I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. I should have just mud shot down instead of swapping Togue like this. I think this is a mistake, but we still should have some decent play. He's at 6. 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Maybe I would have reached Gleam. I'm not sure. This is pretty awk. Can't really shield since Metagross has so much energy. No shot. Wow. Man, I thought Gary, like, I was so far off on my energy counts. It's unfortunate. CMP, and he just gets to another mash on us. Ah. Damn. If I had such a nice undercharge on the Garchomp, and then I kind of ruined it by swapping. Also, if I caught on the Garchomp there, I could have won. So 2 things I could have done differently to win that game. Unfortunate. Lavender Unicorn says Rise swearing. What did I say? Was it when I said badass? Or did I say something else? Paul Clark, hello. Francis Rise, do you only use hundos for Master League, or is it worthy to power up a non-hundo? Mostly yes. However, my Garchomp here is not a hundo. So mostly hundos, not all. Shields. 6, 7. Throws on alignment for no reason. I know. What are you doing, Rise? You're swapping a Metagross into a Gyarados. I know it's kind of crazy, but by doing this, I kind of put him in an awkward spot where now I'm going to get him into mash range. His own Metagross, maybe? King Gambit. With a driving spaceships instead of cars. I mean, could be double steal, in which case we're looking pretty good. If it's like a fairy, that could be bad. Six. Seven. I might have goofed this. He wins cap. Avalanche, huh? But I think I might get Metal Sounded down first and he gets off a parting move. But maybe Garchomp's not in range of a move? This is close. Let's go. The rare Rise celebratory double snap. Chomp too fat. I felt like Brian Windhorst there. I feel like that's something he does. The Brian Windhorst memes. You think I should be using Shadow G Weezy? I mean, as much as I love Shadow G Weezy, I do not think he would do very well in the Master League. I don't think he's built for Master League. Breakfast Club stream. Sorry for repost. How do you farm your candy and Stardust at Rise Location? Thanks for your great content, by the way. Oh, that's very nice of you. How do I farm candy and Stardust? I mean, I'm kind of known Breakfast Candy for not being like the biggest grinder in the world. You can find bigger grinders out there than me. There are some if you search far and wide, but I would say I mostly play like events. You know, when there's community days, raid hours, you know, raid events, when I can like, walk, play a lot with the community. What does like G-Weez even get to though? Like it doesn't get to 3,000, right? Because it's already XL for Ultra League. TT Ghostmaker. Okay. Swap our own. They're lagging. I feel bad. So six. Yo, what's up? CT Smith says run Porygon. I'll let it go. It doesn't have anything that threatens me, right? Unless he's on like Fire Blast. Oh, wow. Does get off a parting gleam, but should be able to mud shot down. We had the mirror team. Unfortunately, the opponent lagged quite a bit. They lagged quite a bit. Very well might have had me if not for that lag. So that's where if the roles were reversed, I would get a GG Rise, OMG, can't believe I managed to beat you there, even after I lost the lead. And then I'd be like, hey, Chris. Their name also is Chris. I lagged like 12 turns in the beginning of that game, so that was pretty frustrating. And they're like, oh, I didn't even notice you lagged 12 turns in the beginning. I was just so scared, and I was so excited to get the win. And I'd be like, all right, okay, have a good day. I, however, noticed they lagged like 12 turns in the beginning of the game. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Nine, 10. It is 665 for EP. He banks one. Smart. Mm-hmm. Hello? What's happening? Game? Game. Why aren't my mud shots doing... What's happening? Game. Henry. Henry, help me. Report this. What? How am I supposed to count? I think superpower just barely gets me here, unfortunately. Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like we definitely had play there. Mm. You know what's interesting is I do think my Garchomp IVs do play a big factor actually in that Metagross matchup because it did not appear like my Metagross could farm down that Garchomp in the twos. But we've seen my Garchomp, if I don't bait, actually gets farmed down in the twos right as I reach the Earth Power. So it seems like IVs do matter quite a bit in that particular matchup. Thanks, Henry. That's good, laugh out loud. You got me there. You got me. You got me to do your name. That was Lag City. Lag City. Lag City. Hmm. You know what song I've been liking lately? It's another throwback song, but Impossible, but the James Arthur. They're both great, both versions. Maybe we'll listen to both versions. Let's listen to Chantel Impossible and then James Arthur Impossible. Is anyone else like me? And it had been a long time since I had done it, but sometimes I go down a rabbit hole watching like old like audition shows, you know, like X Factor, American Idol, like singing shows, watching some all-time performances. Is he gonna ancient power me? Was that 6? Psyshock, okay. That was only all we have is gone now. Tell them I was happy, and my heart is broken. Wow, Anne, are you making fun of me? Anne's like, Rise. Only a nerd would do that. I'm Anne Ferret. I would never. You would never catch me watching old singing performances from shows. Okay, Anne, we're not all as cool as you. Okay, I like it. I'm just picking on you, Anne. By the way. And now, son, there is nothing to say. Tell them all I know now. Shout it from the rooftops. Write it on the skyline. Bates me. We've seen Togue. We have a Gleam loaded on our Togue. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Got to be really careful here. Ugh. Damn. I'm just cooked. I have to like undercharge this. Spam risk. I think that might have been a cap tie. The problem is why did I not think that was enough? So Earthquake does more than Aurasphere? Earthquake does more than that did more than the Aurasphere did. Another James Arthur version. Caution. Yo, what's up, Ghostmaker? GG's, man. We've had a few crazy games. Today I've actually had opponents slag, I think at least 2 or 3 times. So it's been on both sides. I've lagged some games myself. I've had some opponents lag. Shout it from the rooftops, write it on the skyline. Oh, I missed Carmen calling me a nerd. Wow. Can't believe you. Falling for this family's word. 5. 6. So 1 off the next. Did it work last time when I did the Metagross strat? Okay, so he should be 2 off. Nice. Caution win. What? Oh, God. So tell them all I know now. Shout it from the rooftops. Write it on the skyline. All we have is gone now. Tell them I was happy and my heart is broken. Full undercharge. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Have to let it go. I'm worried it's like double fairy. I don't think I can come in with Chomp, though. He should be dry. I think that was dumb of me. I think I should have thrown it still. I don't throw it. I don't throw it. So there's less desync in the switch clock. Mwahaha. Who needs a third Pokemon when you have a Metagross? Metagross is all you need. I didn't really like that previous song. I don't know. I forget what that was. Robert says, what is the win percentage needed to legend? That's a tough question to answer, Robert, because it's an elo system, right? So the way an elo system works is you're climbing elo and then you're eventually ending up at a point where you're battling people of roughly the same skill level. And then your win rate should kind of level out to close to 50%. And then when you're like the best players in the world, like the Beelzebub boys, the It's Accents, the Home Slice Henrys, the best GBL players, they might be winning more than 50% still, even at the highest elo. But then they're they're playing people at a slightly lower elo on average, so they might be falling elo even with a high win rate. Oh, he was running King Gambit last time. Okay, switched it. I'm afraid it's too late to apologize. Let's it go. Okay, at least he has to throw energy. 5 every time, metal sound to foul play. He lost track. That was a lot of energy. Do do do. Bo bo bo. Sad. Is that the Dune bug thing? That's why, like, sometimes I see people, that might hover around, like, let's say 2200 elo, for example, be like, I don't understand how I only have 1% win rate in GBL lower than this person that's at 3200 elo. But then it's like, over a long season, if you're winning like 50% of your games at 2200 versus 50% of your games at 3200, it's going to end up being around the same win rate, or not like a huge disparity. Too many times before. Oh. Getting this off first is pretty nice. Oh, I did the blind swap to not be behind, but the chomper would have been pretty nice here. Too many times before. I wasn't convinced Mash would knock out from there. It would have been close. What to do, what to do. He's at 8. And he wins cap 9, 10, 11. Twister 5, 4, 5. Shoot. Shoot. I could have thrown one earlier too, I think. That's not good. Wow, tough one. I had that and I blew it. Man, and that twister must have just knocked out. Wow. That was like a triple whammy, man. Triple whammy. Could have thrown first. Could have caught on Togue. And then the exact number of mud shots needed to mud shot down my Togue. 3 things in the end game that all did not go by my way. So tough one there. Alex, that was a tough game to come in on for you, but overall it's been pretty good. I did lag out of like 2 games today, but I also had opponents that were lagging. So I think so far for us today, that lag is not that that's a good thing, but it's at least like evened out, I would say. UL Alfie, first time chatter, welcome in. I don't think Chomp can realistically mudshot us down at least, but he'll probably like bank up a ton of energy. If it's Togekiss back, this could get pretty awkward. Yeah, shoot. And he has Psyshock. I don't think we can win. I think Toge's just too much of a problem, but we'll try. Too much of a wall. Yeah, so the only way I could have won this... Wow. Nice play. Is if I had hard swapped Togue into the Garchomp, forcing out his Togue, and then I keep Metagross around a little longer. Tough. Ugh, tough set. Losing a Togue into Garchomp lead obviously is tough, but it was just the role reversal in the end game, right? So sometimes that good of a lead doesn't necessarily dictate like who had the advantage. KD Aaron Rise, thoughts on Magnezone for this meta? I'm a huge Magnezone fan in general, but I will say I think it's like lack of CP kind of hurts it quite a bit. Like we've had situations where we've had Togue on Magnezone and like it feels fine as Togue. So I don't think Magnezone is that great, honestly, in this meta, even though I'm a big Magnezone fan, just as a Pokemon. Magnezone and I go way back. We're great friends. Trailblaze. This might be a dumb shield, but yep, I knew it. Catches on Rhyperior. Getting this off is massive because now, like, Metagross is so good up a shield. I don't think like, even if he shielded, I think we always just let it go. And EP plus Twister is 9 or 10, sorry, which is really nice. We'll just let this go. Force him to expend some energy with Togue. Yeah. And he can't even get us with a single move. Togue is just such a wall. It's the Togue versus Garchomp show. Last time we were not on the fun side of it. That time we were. Frillish. Paul Clark asks, when am I doing Great League? Theoretically, we could this last set, but I kind of like how we've been actually like sticking with the team lately. Also, Paul, we do Great League like I don't even know what the percentage would be. Like 80% of the time. Maybe more. So we'll mix it up and keep going with some Master Premier while it's here. I'm normally a Great League guy most of the time, but this team's doing all right for us. Spacebar, hello, welcome in. We've got one final set. One final set. We've been steadily climbing today. About 80 points or so. Pretty good. May have started to enter the Q time zone. I think we're like on the border. We're like crossing that border into the Q time zone. Just 5 sets today. Just 5. No extra sets. Wednesday today. Any events going on this weekend? We've had so many events lately with the Go Fests and the Pikachu raid event. Oh, whoa. Obviously, the Togue would have been much better here, but kind of a risk. So this is not great. I think I have to save my shield, honestly. Ugh, that would have been such a savage call. And I like did make the call, but I just didn't go into the mon to call it. I catch, but if I shield, he's just gonna catch on something else. Tough decision. Charm. So he's That was only 2? Ah, maybe I could have got away with Sphere here. Shoot. Let's go! Togekiss with the flower crown. Defeats Metagross. GG. That's a good one. We're in that fifth set. We're in that fifth set zone where I've totally lost track of energy. I had no idea where the Metagross was at, if he was going to get to 2 or not. Shout out to Adele. Adele's one of the GOATs. I feel like I haven't heard about Adele in a while. 4 battles left, I believe, trainers. Uh-oh. Bates. Should have had it all. I think I shield for switch. Maybe Toggle have a great matchup somewhere. It's double fairy. What do we do, though? Let's see if it's Spear or Avalanche. It's Spear. Let me switch. How I'm doing? I would say I'm doing just fine. Okay. I didn't think that would knock out, honestly. But I guess it does, or at least puts him low enough where he doesn't feel like... Let's go. I think I missed a follow from Semi H. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Three battles left, trainers. It's been a good day. Been a good day. We've already clinched, what, 8, 11? We're already at 14 wins. 3 battles to go. Uh-oh. Bruh. Okay, wait. Maybe this isn't completely lost already. I get a shield. I know, I know. Damn. A catch there would have been really nice. I think I was a little bit early on the catch attempt. Maybe one more Shadow Claw. But I go out and I sit down at a table set for two. Let me get in, let me get in, let me get in. Let me get in. Hold. Whoa, what if he has like Draco or something? Does this thing learn Draco? Tumbling down in the city that we lost. It comes down to a cap tie, though. Shoot. No. I threw. I thought I was being smart and I threw. No. Oh, wait. No, I didn't throw, actually. Because Garchomp wins cap over Metagross anyway. Never mind. And I overtapped, but you can see his CP is much higher than mine. He's best buddied. And I'm not even a hundo. Damn. That was a good game. Considering, I mean, I led Garchomp into Shadow Mammo and then Metagross met by Hydreigon. Not too bad. Does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes. We could almost blame that on our Garchomp IVs, but we actually can't because they were a hundo, or they were a best buddy hundo. So even if I was a hundo, wouldn't have mattered. 2 battles left, folks. Tomorrow's Go Battle Thursday. Uh-oh. What are we going to do for Go Battle Thursday? Maybe we'll mix in some Great League tomorrow. For Paul Walker. Sorry, Paul Clark. Shoot. As soon as I said that, I was like, Paul Walker is the Fast and Furious actor, right? You'll be going live. Yo, let's go. A role reversal. I get to raid Home Slice for once. Yeah, starts at midnight local time. 2 battles remain, folks. Thanks to everyone hanging out with us today. Queue times were fine today. It's really just here at the end we're starting to get some queue times, which is good in the sense that we climbed. The penultimate battle. What? What is on my screen? Do the battle bill. What is this? What is happening? What is on my screen? I would say I'm doing just fine. Bruh. That's not enough for Scorch. Is this Fire Punch? Yeah. Actually, I just unplugged my phone. Ow. Okay, I farm it down at least. I'm so low on everything, though. Maybe a Twister was probably enough there. It's probably overkill. Maybe this isn't over. Hold. Is that 4? 5, 6, 7. Oh, baby. Well, now his only play is he has to hope he can mudshot down my Garchomp before I get to a Twister. Let's go! Let's not overtap. Watch where I'm tapping. This is going to be so precise. I am tapping right on the tiny charge attack. Look at that. Smack dab in the middle. Let's go! Beat the Avalugg lead, dude. That was crazy. Yo, Nish, welcome in, man. It's been a long time. How are you doing? H. Shira, hello. Shout out to Heather. We're on our last battle of the day. Whoa. Okay. Luckily, I didn't get like super punished, but that was a very bold swap. I definitely should have swapped Metagross. For some reason, I was just like feeling bold. If they have claw, they have claw. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I do wish I shielded, though. Damn. Honestly, just unlucky with them having claw. I should have shielded that, though. If I shield that, I think we just cook this person. I'm no longer containing any protect shields. The problem here is he simply just doubles up, but I don't even know who wins Cap, Goldango, or Metagross, but unfortunately I have to throw immediately, and then Annihilape just outpaces us. Unfortunate game, because I definitely could have won this. I'll mash. Just to give myself a chance against the Annihilape. If this KOs. But I wouldn't imagine we get there. Really close. Came down to one fast attack, and I played that really poorly. If I had shielded the Garchomp, too, like, I think we just win if I shield the Garchomp, because I would have been able to pull a shield advantage. And with the shields down, I think Metagross would have went off. But still a 3-2. That's all right. Pyro Panda. Nish, I'm good. Have an almost 2-year-old now. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me right now or if you're in the ad break. Pyro Panda, you caught us right at the end. Sir Gabriel. We are about to raid out. Oh. Well, thank you everyone for a fun day on stream. 2867 67. Dude, is that still a thing? I feel like I haven't heard that as much lately. $28.67, 15 and 10 on the day. Let's go. We'll check if Mr. Home Slice has started. He has. Let's go. Perfect timing. That is going to do it for us today, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. Nish, I think you might be back from the ad break now. Home Slice Henry. Outro music. Good timing shoving off. That was well timed. But yeah, that's awesome to hear, man. You have a kid. Congratulations. Things are good over here. I don't probably since the last time you tuned out, I don't know, but um, we used to work in esports commentary, and so I don't know if you know this or not since last time you tuned in, but I actually cast now with the Pokemon company at like regionals and stuff, and it's pretty exciting every so often. Um, so yeah, and we'll be back most likely for Go Battle Thursday tomorrow, and thank you, and go say hi to Homeslice Henry. Should we come up with something to? I normally don't do the thing where we all say something. What should we say? Oh, I gotta think fast. What if we say like, it doesn't have to make sense. You're under arrest, and then follow it up with for being too handsome or something like that. Copy paste to Homeslice. You're under arrest, and then follow it up after with for being too handsome. Okay.